2 seconds.
No, we're live. Not 2
Oh,
seconds. Come
dear
on.
God, it's here already.
We're here already. What the heck?
Another
Oh
Wednesday.
my gosh. Yet again, we have returned from the aether in the universe and appeared here on Twitch.
.tv/D4 Adventures.
The equivalent of the Feywild in our real world is Twitch. Is it real? I don't know. Doesn't seem very real.
Sounds kind of Matrixy, honestly, I would say.
Right?
Yeah, a little Matrixy.
A little bit like, where are we? Who are we?
It's existential. Yeah, who are we? What are we? Does anyone have an answer?
I know. Nope.
I don't know who we are. I don't know who I am. I don't know who any of you are. I just logged on and everyone was here. So I guess I'll DM something if that's like okay with you guys.
What does DM stand for?
What a great question. It stands for it doesn't matter.
Why does that sound like a Cards Against Humanity, like fill in the blank card? It stands for blank. It stands for it is unclear. It stands for geese.
All signs point towards I don't know.
I read something about people using Cards Against Humanity cards for things like perception checks, where you pull a card out and it's like bees.
Everyone roll initiative.
Bees.
Bees.
Bees
That's
don't
exactly
have
what
an
I mean,
armor
bees.
class.
Bees.
Goodness.
All right. Well, let's begin our intro. Let's dive into chaos tonight. I am obviously off site, so we may not go for the full until 9. Maybe we'll cut it a little bit early. It depends how comfortable this chair is for the next 3 hours. All right, let's begin. Summon your characters. Welcome everyone to Iskar Academy. We are an elite school specializing in the training of the future heroes of our realm. Our 3-year program prepares you for leadership and networking opportunities across 2 continents. Our professors have extensive training in their areas of focus and often real-world experience in combat. Located in scenic Carraquette in the heart of the Eastern Continent, we know you have many options for your mandatory training, and we're confident you'll be happy you chose us. Yours in adventure, Headmasters Isolda and Cardamon. As always, I am Melissa, I am your Game Master for today, and I am joined by...
Me, Laura, and I am playing Lark, the High Elf Cleric.
Me, Luna, who's playing Moss, our rogue bard multi-class extraordinaire.
Me, Ian, I am playing Char, the small reptilian guy.
Me, Gemma, playing Celeste, the human warlock.
Good intro. That's a good intro. Somebody suggested in chat that we do Cards Against Iskar. Wouldn't that be fun? Like just custom cards.
There, with how many different types of like Cards Against Humanity online games there are.
Right? Like we should make a. Can we make an Iskar Academy pack?
We definitely can. I'm down to work on this a bit too, honestly. I'm gonna have my brain juices flowing for a bit. Okay.
A little bit of brain juice.
Yeah.
A little bit of brain juice. Never had no body.
We can do like we did also in Darkness and Dragons, make a bingo card.
Did we?
I did. I made a bingo card.
Oh my
It was on our
gosh.
social for a while.
I don't even remember that. It was years ago, apparently. Actually, it was years ago.
It was years ago.
Yeah.
It was
literally was.
Literally years ago.
Okay, so you guys, last time went to the ball. You had a lovely time dressing up, being fancy peoples, and you had a chat with Aqua after, or not after, but like at the end, I guess, of the night, where she told you guys that there is basically in the north, it seems like a section of forest is being replaced with swamplands, and it's causing chaos with all the animals nearby. And then kind of after the fact, as she was explaining to you, about this, she mentioned that there's a series of towers all throughout the area of Iskar, and that in addition to one of the towers that is now enveloped in this area that looks to be becoming a swamp, there is also one in the lake. And she said she would be able to show it to you if you guys could find a way to get to it. So yeah, let's say you head home from the dance, you guys, cleaned up, had a good time. And I don't know, would you meet over lunch maybe the next day to talk about it?
Yeah. Maybe if everyone's awake for breakfast, I think Char didn't communicate with anybody specifically when to get together the next day, or might have missed it because he probably had to walk Aqua back to the lake. But I think he sits down at least breakfast time and is like, eats something. But whenever everyone else is up, or around.
Will Lark be there for breakfast?
Yeah. Moss gets there a little late as usual, but she's there.
Yeah. So you're meeting at breakfast?
Yeah.
Cool.
Brunch.
Today's brunch is usually kind of grab your own, but today is a make your own waffle bar day. So they have all kinds of different waffles and all kinds of different toppings, and that's just kind of up from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. You can kind of go in and make whatever you want. There's some savory stuff, like you could make a chicken waffle if you want. But there's also obviously fruits, chocolates, all kinds of fancy stuff as well. And it seems like a lot of people are just binging.
Say what you want about this school and how they're probably going to send us to a war zone after, but the food, almost worth it.
They know we would riot if we weren't.
That's why the band is called Iskar Riot. They would riot.
Too full to riot.
The school, there was actually a vote on what they would have afterwards, and some of the teachers were like, well, people are probably going to be a little drunk, and they probably want a good, greasy, delicious breakfast. So yeah, anyways, there you go. That's what's for breakfast. Feel free to make yourself a waffle and chat.
Yeah, well, Celeste has 3 waffles and everything piled on top, so
So funny.
I feel like Celeste doesn't really understand savory, sweet, it's just all of it.
No.
I like strawberries, I like chicken, I like
This pork belly and strawberry waffle is delicious.
they got gravy on this one.
White gravy on a waffle, and what's in the waffle? Bananas.
Yeah.
I think Char has probably been there for a bit now, and is probably also on waffle number 4, or just keeps going up, making one, coming back, going up, making another, going back, going up. And I think he keeps doing the same thing, but wanting to do something different each time. But he's like, but I really like putting that little oil fried chicken inside the batter. And I'm going, I'll do it one more time. And then goes back, eats it, same thing, rinse, repeat, over and over again.
On the other side of things, Moss gets a 4 waffle tower that each layer has whipped cream and strawberries. It's a full layered experience.
It's a cake.
And then brings that back. Yes.
I'm gonna go copy Moss.
You look around, you're is Vera here? Vera's not here yet. Moss then. Whatever Moss is eating.
Which is hilarious that this is where we've gotten.
I will really quickly add, I threw in how Moss and Lark really are starting to bond in one of the episode descriptions, and it's always a matter of time.
I told her that.
Yeah, I know. Even when we were planning, we were like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a
eventually.
Yeah. Eventually.
Every rain cloud needs a sunshine.
Yeah. So yeah, I just see Lark.
I want to.
Scoops, and then you. You good there, Lark?
Just looking back on the bar. How many is your first layer blueberry? Or I should have done a sketch. What
I did
fruit layers?
Strawberry, blueberry, raspberry, strawberry.
Got it. Okay. I'll finish with it.
You could also just make it how you would want it to.
No, well, and I could do it wrong if I did that. Yours looks right.
I'm pretty sure there's no way to just wait. I lie. I look at Celeste.
Waffle
That is the
wrong.
only
I
wrong.
stand corrected. That is the wrong way to waffle.
with her.
I kind of want to roll to see how good that is. Like
I know that with her mouth full, Celeste looks over at like Moss's waffles, like that's such a good idea.
Okay, so Celeste, roll me a d20.
Okay.
Let's see how well this hits you.
D20 for waffle, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, a nature check. Nature check.
Oh, a nature check. Okay.
Also just
Because
reminds me of the
it's
guy
like
on
I figure it's like
TikTok.
wisdom based, right?
Roll for sandwich, that guy.
This just
Roll for
reminded me of
sandwich.
roll for sandwich.
Oh, that sucks. Because when you first told me to roll a d20, I got a 17. When I rolled for nature, I got a 1.
The die was like, "Oh, you want waffles? You don't want nature. Waffles
If
are
you
not
wanted
natural."
Waffles, this is a different conversation.
It's only
Um,
sprinkles.
Delightful. Well, that's this is the thing, is when you eat it, it's like a 17. Like, this is really good. But if anyone else tries it, it's like a 1.
It's like that thing. It's like that scene in Hook or whatever when they have like that. They don't see any food, but like in the boys' eyes, they see all this delicious food. That's what
Yeah.
Celeste sees.
Exactly. Like, you're just like, this is delicious. I don't know why anyone doesn't like this. This tastes amazing. But
Yeah.
everyone hears taste, they're just like, ooh, they're a little weird.
It's not
People
even
here
the
are
taste.
weird.
Just imagine the smell of this waffle right now. Just imagine the scent wafting off this pit. Like,
Celeste is loving it, though. I mean,
that is the wrong way. I stand corrected. That is the wrong.
There is a wrong way.
No, that is I would say correct. As like Char's like covered in just half finished waffle batter.
there's like one of the people have decided in the chat that hot fried abysmal chicken is there. It's very spicy. That's so good.
I mean, her eyes are dripping, but you know, it's amazing. Like,
For some reason, I just
got
imagine
those.
it's not even like she's crying, but her eyeballs have started like flying, like floating down her face. Like, oh,
Man,
My goodness.
I truly love just the abyssal chicken as a whole. Shout out to Chris Perkins, D&D writer guy, because he is a funny man and also works with a lot of really good creative minds. But I definitely have way too many pieces of abyssal chicken stuck to my scales on my face.
Is no one gonna mention that someone said that waffles are cursive pancakes? I've been
What?
chuckling to myself for like 10 minutes.
No, waffles are impact font pancakes. Thank you very much.
Excellent.
Oh my god.
Crepes are cursive pancakes.
Crepes are cursive
crepes
pancakes.
are-
Yep.
No. Funnel cakes are cursive.
Ooh.
Yes. Yeah.
there are no funnel cakes this morning, sadly.
I'm gonna learn how to make
Okay.
my own powdered sugar, and I'm just gonna bring it everywhere.
Okay,
As I want
yeah,
to do in real life. That's out of character, I think, actually.
Oh, okay. I was like, does Char actually want to steal a container of powdered sugar from school? Because you could.
I don't think he'd ever steal it. I think
He's a paladin. He wouldn't do it.
I don't
He's
think
a
he'd
good
want to
boy.
steal. He would ask for it and be like, "Well, I'll try again tomorrow."
Anyway, so we're at the table, all of us with varying degrees of waffle tastes.
I don't think I
They
know
are
how to
all
cook them.
legally waffles.
How come your waffles are cakey and fluffy on the inside and not dripping like this one is, and it's just really isn't fully cooked?
You need to wait till it starts beeping to take it out. So you flip it, and then it'll start beeping at you to take it out. And that's when it's done.
I'll report back if that works for me. Last time it beeped, I didn't know it was happening, so I had to find somebody, and they took it out, and it was dry and charred.
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 I get it.
Wait, people have been making jokes about my name for weeks. I'll live with it. He sips of his Dr. Pepper.
Anyway,
Non-branded.
so
Business.
yeah.
Yeah,
business.
business.
Other than the not so secret swamp
Yeah, in the very
underground.
obvious swamp.
Very obvious swamp. River towers.
Yes, lake tower. I was hoping we could try to go down there. Check it out.
Me too. Me too.
Wow. Do you guys swim?
I don't.
I don't
Sure.
think I have before. I've swum before. I swam in class once, but I don't remember because I was very light and I kind of floated most of it.
Right. Okay.
I can swim. Like no Triton, but I can swim.
I feel like this is on the higher end level of swimming. If we're going to be diving beneath a lake to find a tower.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know any fish?
Well, we did just bring up Triton, and I don't want to call Vera a fish.
And
But
also, didn't you already go into the lake when we were looking for the dragon? Like, it feels like we don't want Vera to think that just because every time we want to go to the lake is why we're her friend. Just saying.
yeah.
If we had like forethought, I would have been able, like, if I'm talking months in advance, I would have been able to brew some potions for us. But we could also check in town.
We could check in town. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? We could check in town. Does anyone know where to check in town? We can just shop around and explore.
Didn't
but...
I remember a shop last week? Oh my goodness, where'd my notes go? A shop was mentioned to me last week.
Oh yeah. I thought I wrote it down too. I probably didn't though.
Please.
I definitely didn't.
Oh my goodness. Let's see here. Nope, I don't have it either. Anyway,
Shops aren't real.
A shop.
shops aren't weird.
There are indeed many shops. So Carraquette City is the nearest city to you. Technically this is part of it, but I mean obviously the school is so large it's like as big as the town itself. So the school is in the center of the map. You kind of go northeast to get to the village. So on the north is the area where the swamp is, and the south is where the lake is. You kind of need to go perfectly between them to get to the city. It's not like a short walk, like it's probably like half an hour until you get to like kind of the shopping area, but you know, it's not too far.
It's not bad.
Not bad at all. Also,
We can just go browse. We haven't actually, like, I've been in town like 0 times, so.
Yeah, I haven't spent any of my money. Takes it all out because he's carrying it all on him. It's kind of
Oh,
heavy.
yeah, that's a lot. You carry that on you?
Why? Why not?
Someone could try and steal it.
Someone could steal it from my room too.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Do you guys not lock your doors?
There's always
Well,
ways to get
that's
through
not-
locked doors.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, and
Whips
my,
out thieves' tools.
No.
and my door on the lunar eclipse went to a different place, so I don't know how often that can happen. I bet the headmaster probably was doing something like that. Not a student,
Yeah.
of course, but
I swear, you know, I know it was late. I swear, didn't the two of you say you were gonna go, you know, talk to the headmistress, ask her about the swamp?
Oh
Swear you two
yeah.
said you were gonna do that,
yeah,
right, Mouse?
yeah. I mean, Celeste and I could
I
Dude.
just stare at
that. Oh, but my
I mean,
back hurts
but-
so much. I just can't today. Oh. Maybe I could today. I don't know.
I could. Town sounds fun, but I guess if you need that.
I mean, it would be, since people are starting to talk about it.
Did the
I
rumor
mean,
actually
surely
shoot off, or do we think the rumor shot off? Like we never actually checked in.
Yeah, like Char literally started the. I don't know. Did it go? Yeah. Did it go
Did it
anywhere?
go- has Moss, who we've established does listen to the gossip, noticed the rumor actually has started? Have we noticed this?
Is there any like inkling that there's people talking about it at brunch right now? Like, is the waffle line being like, "You hear about the swamp up north?"
Is it okay? That's a good question. So, is there gossip about it
Hot goss.
around the tables? Okay. Perception.
All right. It has only
How
been
much
12
hot goss
hours.
is there?
Bees.
Perceive the goss.
I'll take that. I'll take that strong
Okay.
18 on the die.
Ooh, that's real good. I only got a 13.
I got a 14. I don't know if that's,
17.
Better than me.
Charge, you get 17 as well?
I got an 18.
18. Okay, so everybody over 16. So I think that's just Lark and Char. Both managed to overhear some people indeed talking about it over breakfast. It's a couple people that you guys obviously recognize from class. They're other first years, and they are also talking very quietly as if they don't want to be overheard. But it seems like some of them have actually went up north on a helping a professor, and they came across this border. So they don't seem to know about the lake, but they do know that something is up with the swamplands. Yeah, there's a group of them talking. People come and go. It's usually just two people, and then someone leaves, and someone else comes over. So it seems like they're trying to be very secretive.
I mean, surely we're allowed to ask a question. Right? It's a whole swamp. Like what?
I
We
will
said
say,
to notice a
literally-
whole swamp.
sometimes
Except-
questions get you killed, so I know.
Yeah, questions. Yeah, also the fact that she literally lured some of our peers into the restricted section so she could catch them red-handed and then punish them is a little not. I necessarily don't want to be lured into her office.
She's a dog.
Her question.
I mean, curiosity.
She does have a big dog.
The dog's bigger than I am, apparently.
Yeah.
But
Also, if we ask before we do any investigation, she could potentially keep a more eye on us since we were poking around.
It's not poking, is it? I mean,
it's more prodding.
No, Char. No. I mean,
Char gets it. See?
I'm just
Again,
thinking that
the
if
spice.
there is a reasonable explanation, then we don't need to do all this investigating to begin with, when the easiest thing to do is just ask first, see if there's a very simple explanation, and then we can go about our day.
But how would we know it's a reasonable explanation?
I think once we hear it, you'll
You're
know.
assuming she's not gonna lie, and I don't trust that she's not gonna lie.
It could be a reasonable lie. A lie
It
could be reasonable.
could be, or it could be the truth. My gosh, you guys are negative Nancy's. Okay.
What is truth?
Do I need to remind you how you were ranting about her about a week ago?
I said she was mean, not a evil psycho
Did you
villain.
literally call her an evil bitch?
Did I? Wow. I mean, I'd had a couple glasses of champagne at that point, and
Listen. Does
my
anybody want to give
personal
me
feelings
You
aside,
guys can give me another perception check if you guys want, if you're still listening in on those other students who are talking.
Oh, I didn't roll high enough to listen to this part.
Now, you get to roll again because some of you, obviously, you actually, you know what? Roll with advantage because you all know You roll with advantage, and that you got 20. I feel like I like got 2, but I'm like very excited about that too.
Ooh.
But you guys know who you're looking at. Like you know the group that's talking about it, so it's easier to.
Okay, I
Listen
got a
in.
dirty 20.
Okay.
24.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, you guys got this. So now that you're paying attention to this group of students who's been chatting kind of quietly over their breakfast, you see 2 of the other students who you recognize as Bryce and Bishop, and they are talking about how the ranger professor told them not to tell anyone outside of the school what was going on. And they're discussing whether or not they're going to do that. Like they don't necessarily know what they're going to say, but they were told by the ranger professor that it should not get out of the school.
I look straight at Moss. I'm like, follow them as they leave, maybe? Talk to them outside of the room?
They're still making their choice. Let them make their choice first, I guess. But that just proves that they literally know about it. Like they if we ask, we're just gonna get don't tell anyone else, or they're gonna keep an extra eye on it. Like it's not.
Choices.
I mean, what, do we have any idea why we're going to see these underwater towers, other than them being underwater and cool?
That there's one in the middle of where the swamp is transplanted.
Yeah.
So
when Aqua told you guys about this change, she mentioned that it seems like at the center of where this expansion was happening in the north, there was a tower that was active, and then she mentioned there's an inactive tower in the lake. And you guys just sort of decided it might be a better place to look at than having to go to the north one, which might be more dangerous because it's currently active.
Except for the fact that most of us can't swim. Well, it's an element of danger, doesn't it?
if we can breathe, it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about this earlier, and I have to say, actually, like, I feel like if the world exists where water breathing is possible, swimming is not as dangerous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's
Like if somebody can cast water breathing, then like swimming isn't that hard. Like swimming is only hard because you have to worry about breathing water in, right? I mean, you don't have to be super proficient if you're just,
So it becomes the active breathing that makes swimming easier, but then we also live with things like owl bears and dragons in this world, so things that could live underwater are also, I think, kind of even that out a little bit. They don't have hippos well, I mean, there are hippos in this world, technically.
The survival professor's been trying to drown me for like the last month and hasn't succeeded, so,
yeah, some of you, actually, Lark just casually mentions that one of her professors has been drowning her. That's kind of fun.
what
Survival
the
is
fuck
that
is this
allowed?
class?
Survival. I think we're being buried alive next term, I think.
What? That's
you know.
crazy.
Do they like actually teach you like breathing techniques to prepare your breath, like, or do they just throw you in and let you flounder and discover?
It's a little bit of that one. But there is some, education behind it as well.
Who teaches this class again?
I don't remember I don't think we've had the survival professor's name.
No, we haven't. Hang on, let me see if I have
Tell
them
me.
picked out. If I have their name picked out, let's see.
Ooh, so exciting.
And you know what? I can search for survival. No, I haven't named them yet, but they exist. If you want to talk to them, you always can. I'll just come up off the top of my head.
Gregor the giant cockroach.
No, it's just who is the giant creature from your game, Ian, that we loved?
Oh, Peter.
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 It's Peter.
It's just Peter. It's just Peter repeatedly with all of his hands drowning all of his
legs. It's so many legs.
How does he fill this room? Like,
how does he do it every single week?
Oh my goodness. Moss files away the name of teachers to hate.
Class, They try and
Jeez.
kill you, and you try and survive. I thought it was gonna be more like, which berries you could eat in the forest.
Yeah.
But, it's a bit more intense. But
Yeah, I thought I heard a rumor before the classes were starting. I thought I heard someone saying that they like teach you how to make a fire with unconventional things, like wet sticks and
Oh, they do.
cooked ham.
And ham.
I-
They definitely had you guys use some of your own hair to start a fire once. It smelled awful.
No, thank you.
there's still this like short chunk in the back.
How much
No, no
hair
one
did
didn't
you have to
even-
chop off to get it to work?
I wasn't really good at making a fire. The people that got it the first time, they
No, I probably wouldn't have, admittedly.
She
But
just has an undercut now.
you can't see it if my hair's down. So, and now I know how to make a fire with hair. So add that to my list of skills I've learned since coming to Iskar.
Hair fire
Hair
And-
fire.
and swamps or forests can turn into swamps. That's
yeah, see. Anyway, have we put to rest the attempting to ask the headmistress?
Well,
Vote?
Worst case scenario, we can ask her later.
yeah.
That's true.
I would be. How you feel about that, Celeste? Because I know it's kind of you're
Well,
going there.
It
too.
also makes sense though, because if she lies, well, then that's a waste of time. So we might as well just figure out whatever we can, and then we have a card to play, and then when you ask her, I think so.
I mean, even if we find something out and then we ask her and she's lying, you're not gonna say like, "Headmistress, you're lying," because then her dog might eat you.
Yeah, so then
No,
why
we
do we
just-
go to her at all? We can just skip going to her at all.
And go to her dog and get eaten. That's not a good outcome. So we
It's not.
so we can approach this when we get back from town or when we get back from tower. I know Aqua's more or less able to show us how to get there, but
Yeah. We just want to make sure we get there without an accidental survival class
Yeah.
training session.
and we know who to watch in case we need more information. Without looking directly over at, I look back over at the table where the other
Yeah.
students are talking about it.
Yeah, I take note of who's talking, and then I'm probably gonna try to chat them up later.
Word up.
Let's see.
Word. Cool.
Okay. I guess we're ready to go. Anybody need anything from the rooms?
Is everyone done with their waffle situations?
I kind of want more. I'm gonna go get another.
Yeah.
What?
Wait till it beeps. Wait till it beeps.
It's so scary. It sounds like an alarm. Like it's like breaking.
Do you want me to go up there and help you?
Yeah. I'm having the same thing each time,
Yeah.
anyways. And I that looks like a delicious Ted. I didn't realize we were all eating in the middle of talking, and I can't even look at the waffles you are. Please show me your delicious waffle stacks.
I show Char how to use the waffle machine.
He's like standing
Correctly.
cautiously near it, like. Goodness.
Present Char the actually cooked through waffle.
It's not wet.
Okay, do you guys have a plan?
The plan is go to town first before anything
Okay.
else, and hopefully we don't have to talk to Headmaster at any point ever.
Because everyone
Yeah.
hates her.
No. Yeah.
Did Lark tell you guys about meeting her?
Told me.
Because I think Lark's the only one of you who's actually met her.
But she was mean.
She was
She
mean.
is.
but
Rumors
did-
spreading,
She is.
and we heard from Nori too.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You did hear from
I
Nori.
did have. I did lie to her a couple times, so maybe her being mean to me might have maybe been a little bit my fault too. But
We got some introspection happening. Look at you growing up.
I,
Wow.
Young
As if
adults.
I'm not gonna potentially lie to this woman, so that's not gonna help us.
I mean, you can. I just think it might make her more mean.
Hmm.
Okay, so you're all heading to town today after classes?
Yeah.
Cool. Do you guys skip out on your study period today, or do you wait till after that?
I'm down for
Study period
skipping.
is mandatory, correct?
Technically, but you guys have also come to realize that when they count which classes you skip, they don't seem to count this as a class. But it is meant to be mandatory, but there's clearly some wiggle room here. So it really depends on the person whether or not they take it to heart or not.
I'm gonna use this as an excuse to try to work on perception.
I mean,
Moss is gonna use this as an excuse for sneaking.
Yeah.
There you go. So you guys are going to be like, this is active training.
Exactly. This is active
So it's practically studying.
Yeah, field
training.
practice.
If we get caught.
If you get
If
caught.
If we get caught.
Excellent. Okay, so yeah, you guys head to Carraquette City. I guess perception roll along the way.
Sure. Some days.
Jeez. 19.
Some days I get the day of luck with these dice, and I don't think it's going to last me that much longer, so I'm going to switch it out. But I got another 20.
Yeah, roll 20's being good to me today.
Yeah, not bad.
That. Now that
Well,
I
I
said
mean,
that,
I assume you're all going to tell each other what you see, so
Yeah.
that's enough for the rest of you. So you notice two things. You notice that so Aqua mentioned that there's this wall of magic that's advancing out from the tower, and as you look northward on your walk to Carraquette, because you were looking for it, you kind of see it. It's hard to make out exactly. It looks almost like, when you look at a mirage in the distance and it just kind of shakes.
wobbles.
It's like that. Like the air is moving, like there's some heat or power from it. And if you didn't know to look there, you probably would have just written it off as nothing. But no, you guys are pretty sure that's what it is.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Do my glasses make me see anything differently?
Oh.
Love this. Okay. No. But,
Okay.
But the other thing that you guys spot on the side of the road is a fox. It's a very cute little red fox, and it is peeking out from under the bushes, and it looks like it's sort of waiting. Like it's sort of like near the school, kind of looking at the school, and it's just waiting there. And with the glasses on, you see that this fox looks like the most lush, beautiful fox you've ever seen. Like it's sleek and beautiful and capable. And when it makes a little sound, because it notices you guys watching, it makes like a little yip. But the yip is like just, it's so confident and so powerful,
Yep.
Fox has the highest self-esteem of anyone you've ever met.
So
Cool.
is that what Celeste sees?
Yeah, somebody points out that there's a fox, because the fox, like I said, seems to be waiting. Like it's sitting there with like intentionality. But yeah.
Familiar? Question mark?
I'm gonna march right up to that fox.
Cool. It looks at you. It kind of sits up like, what do you want?
What do you want?
You just say, what do you want?
Yeah.
Animal handling.
Ooh.
A 19.
Wow. This fox, it seems like is being fed by someone who goes to the school, and it is waiting for someone to come and feed it.
Oh.
I take snacks out of Lark's pockets.
What kind of snacks do you offer to the fox?
I don't know what Lark would have. I assume it's some sort of potato.
A potato. It looks at the potato. It looks at you and looks at the potato, and it's like gives you this look that just says like, really, this is what
Okay,
you
I
got?
get it. You're not. I'm sorry. You're carnivorous. I don't have any meat on me.
And Celeste knows, like, this fox thinks it's the best fox it's ever been. Like, it's beautiful and smart and capable, and you would dare offer it this.
Does it talk?
Not in common, but if you had, like, speak with animals or something, or knew someone who did.
You know who has prepared that today?
Who?
This guy.
Good boy Char?
Let's see. It says you gain the ability to comprehend and communicate with animals. It is a self spell, so it's not a like other people can cast on other people's spell, which is a bummer.
But you can do it.
Indeed, I can. So I will be like, it's all right, guys. Hold on. And I think I have to like grab my sword. It's in its hilt, and I quickly put it back in, like it's setting it, and I'll use that and whatever little prayer to cast. I take out a thing of my pouch that was maybe like dried meat or jerky, because hey, carnivores. And I walk up to it and I put it on right in front of it and say, "That might suffice. How are you doing in this fine day?"
It sniffs your offering, and indeed prefers this to the potatoes. It takes a bite and then is chewing on it, and you hear it think. Sorry, you just said hello?
More or less how it's doing today.
I'm growing impatient.
From what? What's going on?
I was promised a reward for helping one of your students, and it has not arrived, and it flicks its tail angrily.
I might be able to update you with that then. We haven't really seen... Have we seen anybody walking up and down this road at all when walking yet today? No one?
No.
We've just recently departed from the school itself. But there are some people that come in and out pretty frequently. Do you know who it was who was looking to reward you, or a name, what they look like, anything like that?
She offered mushrooms, which I like, but she said she would bring me hot food from the cafeteria.
Ooh, hot food from the cafeteria. I say that out loud. Does anybody have any hot food from the cafeteria?
Swivels to Lark.
Lark, what you got? What's in your lunch pail of mystery? Oh, Lark, are you the equivalent of Ellie in this game who had the bag full of crumpets?
You're muted, by the way.
You're muted? I already stole a potato from your pocket, by the way.
These are my purse waffles. They're in case of emergency.
Purse waffles.
I don't have food, but Celeste is in the background. She's like, "What do you think? What do you think?"
Yeah, you have to translate this to your friends.
I'm relaying it after a few back and forths back and actually, does anybody have any means to heat anything like heat metal or something? Because we can cook on the back of my shield very quickly.
Does sacred flame count?
I mean, wait, you can light a fire with your hair. Let's not do that.
Pour my hair off.
Does someone have a torch? And I assume that someone does.
Oh, I mean, with the general
adventures packs.
Yeah,
y'all have. And I light it with Druidcraft. I think is something I can do. And now the torch is at least on fire.
Sorry, what did you set on fire?
Torch.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
It's
on fire.
I'm gonna use that torch.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna Lark, how do we build a campfire? I've never had to.
Oh, I mean, if you don't have anything that makes fire, like
torch,
any sort of, you mean you just touch that to something else that's flammable?
I'm trying to remember what's the cantrip that allows you to start fires? Is it like control flame
Control
or
flame, prestidigitation can snuff out and light like small flames
Yeah.
like
Druid
candles.
craft can also. I can
Druid
technically
craft.
start an actual campfire, but we didn't have one built, so I just
Yeah.
went for a torch.
Do you have a name, Fox?
my name is Fox. But like it says it with very intentionality. Like
Mhm.
you imagine it like in beautiful calligraphy, the way it says it.
Fox.
My name is
Introduction.
Fox.
All right,
Yeah.
Fox. Well, fantastic to meet you. Give us just a moment, and I'm gonna try to prepare a hot thing of maybe partially cooked and rehydrated jerky. Not like really rehydrated, but making it so it doesn't like char if I can. I don't have any skill in cooking, I don't think. So
Could
this...
I make a survival check to forage for some greens and stuff to like add to this mixture?
Sure. You guys
Like
are
not
we're gonna
greens,
give
but like
this fox-"
something good.
I like
something
this fox has
good.
given you no reason that you guys should help it or give it any food.
It's
like
a
there's
cute
nothing it wants
fox.
from you, and you're like, we're gonna make this fox a fucking meal.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, you could use survival or nature if you want to find
Oh,
some
I
stuff
see.
to add to
I don't remember which one's better.
and then you all can do something for the fox's meal. So one of you can cook, one of you can gather herbs, one of you can,
I'll take a survival because I'm better at that.
Both mine are the same, and I rolled a 15. As everyone's doing their part, I'm also going to end up talking to the fox a little bit too, but I'll wait until rolls.
I got an 18.
Yep.
For
Okay.
my
You
foraging.
find
Make
you
a
find
damn
some
good
very
meal.
nice seasonings that work really well with savory foods, so that works well. Fox prefers savory flavors.
Pre-ground turmeric. Oh wow! In a
Mm.
jar. What a
I found a jar of turmeric buried in the dirt.
Yeah.
Rare drop for this part.
Anything else you want to ask the fox as you're preparing a fancy meal on the side of the road for it?
Yes. So you
This
said
is
that.
my D&D you can never prepare for, because there's just a fox.
Yeah, a fox, and I'm talking to it. He's cool. So Fox, what was the task that you had done?
I brought them to find that mean horse.
Me.
It was most unbecoming.
I don't trust horses for the life of me, so I understand how that goes.
It ran through here and caused such chaos. It broke all kinds of branches. Didn't like it.
Just trampling.
Horses
over.
are snobby.
Horses are snobby, but
She
also
was very demanding. Didn't offer any help at all. Just caused chaos and then ran off.
yeah. Was there any rider on the horse?
No, it ran away. And then the students came and I showed them where the horse was.
Was it
Very hard.
was it a regular horse or was it a unicorn?
It was a regular stupid horse.
Oh. Boo. Bleh.
Oh, boo. Yeah.
It was not magical or special, and it looked dirty.
Probably also looked kind of stupid, didn't it?
It looked
This
very
is good
stupid.
forest gossip. I'm enjoying
I
this.
know.
Ooh, who was this horse? This dirty mess of a horse.
So
Who knew there was such good goss in the
did
forest?
they find the horse?
Turns out you can find tea anywhere.
Anyway, you're like,
Talk to plants. Plants have some gossip.
did was this horse ever found? Do you know? After?
Yes, I did my job perfectly. I showed them exactly where the horse was.
What did they do with the horse? Do you know?
They brought it back.
Back to the academy?
Hmm
At academy.
They were students like you.
I'm taking that.
I thought I could trust them.
Yeah, turns out you can't really trust everybody out there, as we're kind of all learning ourselves, but
Or
That's
we're
how it
liars,
goes.
so yeah.
yeah, some people are liars, some people are just good though. I have a question for you as well. Outside of the horse stuff, do you know anything going on with the forest right now? Like, I've heard that it's changing.
Yes, that's why the horse went into the forest. It was angry.
angry at the forest, or I heard it's turning swampy.
I don't know. I can't really see that far, but I don't like the way it feels. Like static in your fur.
Like someone's trying to turns around, tries to see if someone was walking up, staring at him, and no one's watching. Okay. But that's been something that we've been thinking about ourselves, because we've heard that it's happening, and it's not natural, and we're trying to do something, or at least I'm trying to do something about it with hopefully the other support. But if we walk back this way and we see you, I'll give you more jerky if you give us updates on that forest.
All I have to do is tell you about the forest, and you will give me meat?
Well, about that weird bad feeling zone. I don't want you to have to enter it if you don't want to, but I will.
If I did, it would ruin my fur.
Oh, don't ruin your fur. If you hear rumors from other creatures, other woodland creatures, and I just want to know the opinion of the forest as best as possible, and updates about what it's doing.
It like flicks its tail like it's considering that, and says, "This is an agreeable accord. You bring me meat, and I will deliver information of the value of the meat you have given me."
That can be done. I turn to the rest and I say, "We've made a meat deal." And I'm gonna write this
Me
down.
deal.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
What's with me loving characters named Fox? The Fox.
That's a good point.
Um,
Eventually, you'll give Fox enough meat that it'll turn into a human.
Oh my god.
and he'll die by some sort of laser.
Fox and die.
Bear died, but
Bear died.
we don't have a bear yet. Yet. I guess we all do our cooking thing, make that go, provide the meat over, and say, "This is a gift on behalf of just our kindness. I hope you enjoy your day."
Thank you.
Does anybody
And
have
it looks-
anything?
It sits there, and as you walk away, you can look back, and it just sits there, like, happily eating, flicking its tail. It looks very content.
Before we go, does anybody have anything they want to ask Fox here?
I remembered to put out the fire because we don't want to start a forest fire.
I love that the chat is like, this Fox is a fantastic negotiator. It's like everyone in the school is gonna be giving this Fox. It's gonna be so fat.
It's gonna be so happy, and we're gonna keep doing it because we're college students and love cute animals.
It's
Like,
just
have
a
you ever
happy
been
fat
on a
Fox.
college campus when there's a stray animal? Of course, that thing is treated like royalty.
That's true. That's very true.
Okay, you carry on to the city.
Yes.
Cool. All right, so you make your way to Carraquette City, and it's a nice, well-kept city. Like most of the roads are just kind of packed dirt, but the central ones actually do have some cobblestone tracks, which suggests that there might be carts and things that come through this area pretty regularly. You imagine the school, especially, probably brings in a lot of materials. So the town is to some degree built up around the school. Like no matter where you go in town, you can always tell which way the school is just based on how things are laid out. It's most of the buildings are probably 2 stories. Some of them are up to 3, and there's lots of different shops and both indoors and outdoors. So how are you guys going to try to find somewhere to get potions?
The directory. Like a
God.
mall.
So like a "you are here" map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they have the touchscreen ones. I'm guessing that a lot of the stores around here have signs and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like actually there's a lot of like this is a very multicultural town, which
Mhm.
probably makes sense. So most of the signs are actually written in probably all the languages that the people inside speak. It seems like that's probably kind of the general gist here. So most signs are in common, but some of them also have, Dwarven, Elven, Primordial, etc. So that can certainly help you figure out where you want to go.
Yeah.
So you're just are you looking for a potion shop that where someone speaks common or another language?
All of the above. For myself, at least.
The one that doesn't look like a giant corporation.
All right.
We're going to
I guess
CVS.
survival.
Going to
Survival. Do
CVS.
not shop at Bezos.com.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that there's over-the-counter potions, but also the
Got
ones that you have
19.
a prescription for? No, I did not roll.
Okay. Well, I mean that makes sense. Like, Moss is a rogue and has a pretty good sense of, where to find the good loot.
Mm-hmm.
I also can brew potions, so that helps.
That helps too. So yeah, you pick one. You decide, because everyone here clearly loves animals. You pick one called the Magic Cat, and you head inside. The sign is written in Common, Elven, and Dwarven.
All right. Cool.
So yeah, you walk in. It seems like for the most part, the potions are behind the counter. But in the main area of the room, there are a lot of smaller items, most of them kind of it seems like primarily it's almost like I want to say like the energy of a candy store, where there's like lots of little goodies that you can pick up, for things. Like this guy clearly knows the people coming through are like looking for cool trinkets. It's the kind of thing where, like when you're you're at like, when you're trading in tickets, there's like the combs that make funny sounds and stuff. It's that kind of stuff.
Gosh.
Is lots of areas there. He has a brewing stand that's like actually out in the main store, but it's not being used right now.
I'm
gonna detour to all this stuff.
Mm-hmm,
What's up?
Yep. Yeah. Do you guys want to look at the random trinkets first?
Yeah.
Please. Me as a player can't resist.
Yes.
Are we all just in a
Quest
group,
aside.
just looking at the shelves, like going, ooh, as a group, like all of our heads moving at the same
Yeah.
time, going up, and down, and up and down, combing.
So he has a kind of a you see very quickly it's like my god, my brain today is not working. It's a sort of like a table of like how useful are these trinkets. So for a gold, or for 5 gold, you can have a random trinket that's just kind of like pretty small. And for 10, you can get one that has more of a magical effect. No, we'll say 1 gold for the simple stuff that isn't really magical but is cool, and 10 gold for the ones that have a slight magical effect.
Take my money.
Okay. So you can either buy these items individually, like you can go with intention, or you can just be like, I want one at random, and then whatever one you get, like pulling out of a random box.
Totally gonna pull out a randomly out of the box.
Okay, awesome. So you pay him a my god, my brain is broken. You pay him a gold.
Is this the one with the slight magical thing?
Whichever one you want. You want the magical ones?
Yes, please.
Okay. You give him 10 gold, and you can roll for me a D1000.
D1000. Holy crap.
1,000.
Okay.
I know, right? It's like do like three D10s in a row.
All right, thank you. That makes sense.
There, you're like, that's easier.
I did that.
Whatever.
I did it just for fun right now, and somehow rolled lucky 777. I've never done that before with D10s.
Wow.
14.
Just 14?
Yeah.
Oh damn. All right. That's interesting. Okay. Hang on.
Yup.
14. You pull out this music box. It's made of, so on the outside it's circular and it has bits of glass on the outside, so it looks, or mirrors, so it's like kind of mesmerizing. And there's a horse on the top of it that also is covered in like very fine glass. And when you open it, it plays a melody, and all of you are just suddenly sure that you're in a dream.
This is awesome.
As soon as you close it, everyone's like, "Oh no, this is fine." And you open it again, and they're like, "No, lucid dream. No, it's fine." Back and forth.
This is
terrifying.
perfect.
That's terrifying. How is that perfect?
This is awesome.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
How would you use this?
Pretty
Oh.
intense.
Oh, I would use this.
I can see how we could use it, but
Yeah. Anybody else grabbing a trinket or talking to the shopkeeper? Let's do trinket. Anyone else buying a trinket?
Oh, I'm tempted to. I kind of just want to
I'm
roll
so
the.
tempted.
I'm
Moss wouldn't though.
I think Char.
Damn it.
I think Char will. He'll buy a magical.
You can also just get the cheapo ones, the 1 gold things, right? They're not magical, but they're still cool. Something.
I don't know. I think I want to try to roll for something magical.
I think I want magic.
I'm gonna see if I can roll 777 again. But I will roll. 469.
469. Nice number.
4 times.
Okay. You 69. Da-ba-da-ba-da. This is a very long list. I can see why people don't use the thousands very often.
Makes you think.
You pull out 69, there it is. You pull out a wind chime. So it's like a very small wooden wind chime. And when you blow on it, whatever direction you blow in, the wind nearby blows in that direction.
Oh, that is substantial.
That is a lot.
It's not like
it's a
chime,
very
like,
light
it's not,
breeze, right?
Yeah, it's not enough to like move a ship, for example, but it is enough to say change
Smoke
so
moving.
something couldn't smell you on the air, for example. Right? So like could be very useful for hunting, that kind of thing. You could make a whiff of Char's smell come at however you want.
I smell his musk, they say.
His manly musk.
You know how bad lizards can end up smelling? Could you imagine a
You know
dragon who
what?
just sits on gold, getting all that weird, like, metallic...
Yeah, no, you need a sand bath. You need a sand bath.
Oh, Char probably has found the chinchilla
Moss is
room.
gonna give in. Moss is going to give in because me as a player is
Moss.
giving in.
Yeah, I'm like, no, Moss isn't giving in. This
Oh
is
my
definitely
goodness.
Luna giving
This
in.
is Luna giving in.
I mean, to be fair, 10 gold is only 1 week of class. Like, only 1 week.
And
That's
she
still
doesn't.
a lot of money, though.
Moss doesn't really care about money.
Right? Come on. Life is
That's
short.
right.
I feel like this is like the three of us are at this trinket table, and then
I
Lark's
got
just like,
260.
260.
You can't
Is that what
taunt
you're
me
saying?
with random things. As a player, you're gonna reject them.
well, 10 gold to see what this table says. Great. It is great, though.
This is kind of dark. Okay. This one, the shopkeeper has to explain to you because it's sort of a weird one. You draw out a piece of bark, and it looks like it's got blood on it. Like it's like a smooth inner, like it's still shaped like a tree. It's a smaller tree, and it looks like it's blood on it. And the shopkeeper explains that if you put the blood of any creature upon it, it will tell you what species it comes from.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you can get someone's blood, you can do DNA tests. No.
Hi, this is my stick. Its name is Ancestry.
Yeah. So yeah, anyways, it's just like, so you can try it out if you want. It doesn't need a lot of blood. And it just kind of looks like it. I guess it's kind of a magical effect that it has. So yeah, there you go.
That is so cool.
What a fucked up little item.
Delightful. All right, I'm assuming Lark is being strong.
No strength is needed here for Lark.
We can't hear you, Laura.
Keep getting unmuted. No strength is required here. And now, if this place was filled with horses, then maybe. But no,
nope,
I'm buying
that would be
anything.
The stables. The stables
I'm
are
buying
the
a
ones
horse.
for horses.
I'm gonna spend my money.
That's true. Lark has decided. So, anyways, everyone else is looking at this cool stuff. I guess Lark, you are the one who goes to talk to the shopkeeper then.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Yeah. What do you say?
That we are looking for water breathing potions.
Water breathing potions. Okay. So, the man at the counter says, "Oh, hi. We do have a few of them. How many are you looking for?"
1, 2, 3, 4, 4.
4 potions. Let me just give me 1 second. He heads to the back room, and you can hear him kind of moving stuff around, counting, and he comes back around the time that your friends have finished their goodies and are looking at everything. And he says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I only have 3 right now. How soon do you need it?"
I mean, today, really, right?
Oh, well, I have these 3 for you, if you like them. He pulls them out, and they're like this really pretty, like, almost like milky blue. It's really nice. They swirl, kind of. They look a little shimmery. He says, yeah, and you're getting all 3, so, 700 gold. Yeah.
No, guys. No.
So you just, Lark's eyes go wide. Just, oh, it's a bit more pricey than you were thinking, is it?
Yeah, like 700 times more. We can't afford that. We literally cannot afford that.
We'll find something else. We'll figure it
Oh
out.
yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. It's strange, working in a shop near a school like this, because some of your students, you can make things like this, but not everyone. So
Curses herself internally, just screams internally.
I mean, do we know other people who can make these, or anybody who might have already made some?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't really ask around. I think most of the druids know how to brew something. So,
we probably should have thought of this earlier, but do we need potions? We have a lot of casters in this school.
oh, yeah, there has to be a spell that does similarly.
I could probably guarantee that, honestly. I mean, the amount of different dragons that have different abilities and spells that they can cast. I mean, I was reading in that book about the dragons and the there's like creature blocks that show exactly.
I was looking at the creature blocks.
I started explaining the stat blocks for different.
Yeah, I was reading a monster manual the other day, and
the Husbando catalog.
That's the waifu book.
It sure is.
Don't call it that.
I was going through. I saw, what is it? An Illithid? Oh, that is prime. We could probably get somebody to cast some sort of water breathing spell on us. That's.
Yeah, like people were casting spells on each other before midterms. Like we can do that.
There were a lot of weird spells being cast. I guess. Well, while we're in the city, is there anything you guys want to do?
Get out of here because it's stuffy.
Understandable.
the dwarven man gives a little.
Not the shop itself, like this. It's crowded. I'm not used to cities.
It's crowded
the
with
shop.
stuff.
Oh yeah, you're not used to cities. Well, Carracatte's a great city. One of the great cities, stood firm during the war,
Mm-hmm. Tries not to chew out the shopkeep right in there. Just like
He's like only looking at you from head up. He's like, it's probably just an aesthetic. She's not a fey being. He hasn't figured it out. Poor Char can't even see over the counter.
It's like, excuse me, when I went to purchase, it's
Actually,
just
you
my
know
hand
what?
goes up.
No, he's a dwarf. Everything here is perfectly sized to you.
I think it's still a little bit too tall, but it's not. I feel a little bit more at home.
A little bit better. A little bit
a
better.
little bit better.
I kind of want to check out if there's an armory or something nearby in the town.
Yeah, do you have a place that you can recommend?
I look
By
over.
chance?
Oh, for armor.
Yeah.
What are you looking for? Something heavier? Something lighter?
Or that would be something leather-like, or potentially even like a smith or a forge that might have some sort of neat gear that comes in maybe pre-owned or discount priced or something like that. Because we're still, fresh from the starting gate over at the academy.
Oh, your first years.
Well, yeah.
Oh, that explains why you're looking for potions. Usually we don't get the higher levels, higher classes here.
I look at the rest of the party. It's like, is that a dig? Is that a dig at us?
You couldn't get wrong.
Yeah. So any places you would recommend?
Oh, there's a shop up. It's not too far. Brilliant craftsman. His name is Runen.
Can you spell it out?
Yes.
Is it spelled like Ruinen or something like that?
No, it is nothing like that. It's far more dense and hard to understand. It's Runaen.
So his name's he's going out trying to find these runes, meaning he's runin, pronounced like that.
He's Runen. Yeah,
Runin.
that's the best you can get for the accent.
I can work with that. And he said that he's right up the way.
Mhm.
Mm.
Well, you might have some difficulty talking to him. Do you have many questions for him about his work?
I'm just looking to inquire about what he has and does. Does he speak a specific language?
Oh yeah, he can't speak anymore, so he speaks with his hands.
Oh.
It's a very interesting language, yeah. But if you need someone to speak it, you can come back and for a small fee, I could come and translate for you if you need. But he's very capable, very capable.
Very capable. All right, I'll go
So
check.
he gives you guys directions to it.
I'm gonna go up that way.
Okay, are you guys all going with Char?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, comprehend languages might not work on that. Mel.
Now I'm looking at it to see.
Yeah, I am too.
It doesn't.
You're right, it
Spoken
doesn't,
language.
because it's any spoken language.
Oh, that's such a good loophole.
It's such a good loophole.
Wow, love that. Actually, love that very much.
So now everyone's gonna be like, ooh, so if we do hand signals, we can actually talk in private.
Or we can actually just write things down, exchange the paper.
Very true. So you make your way into the shop and you head north to Runen's shop, and you enter and you see a high elf man. He's definitely on the older side, but he's not by any means like old. And he greets you with a little hand gesture. That you can assume means welcome, come on in, something of that ilk. He's still smiling, whether or not he can speak.
I'm gonna just try to speak Elvish or Elven to him, because I'm guessing he doesn't speak, but he might still be able to hear. Are you Runen?
He nods his head. Easy enough, yes.
Lovely. And did I pronounce that right?
He gives you like a little bit of a like, good enough kind of shrug.
I kind of chuckle. The the dwarf down at Magic Hat. It's kind of hard to hear through the accent sometimes. Don't mind us. We're just trying to come through town for the first time and check around. If we need anything, one of us will figure something. All right.
Yep. He nods and he gestures towards the table he's going to be sitting at, and he turns to his work and basically leaves you to do your searching.
Cool.
What do we find?
I mean,
That's a great question. What are you looking for?
I'm personally trying to see if there's any longswords that are here that might be more than just a standard longsword, or any maybe even a slightly larger shield than what I have.
You're looking for a long shield or a sword. Interesting. Or shield.
I actually kind of like the idea of a little kobold with a tower shield that isn't a tower shield, but it becomes one because he's tiny.
Because he's little.
He's small.
He's a buddy. Anybody else looking for any equipment in particular here?
Since we're here, studded leather armor would be great.
Right. Let's see what we got. So, leather armor, standard leather armor is going to be about
Studded
10
leather.
gold. So
Studded.
not studded leather, sorry. 45 gold, my correction. And he has an assortment of shields that are all kind of, they start at about 10 gold. Most of his stuff seems to start at the base things. The shields start at 10, the stud leather starts at 45, and then he also seems to have almost like some kind of strange magical properties imbued in some of them. It seems like, actually, you know what? Do an insight.
Would it be insight or
Anything you
arcana
would like to
or?
know. Insight, because this is about the intention of the shop owner.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, it's not bad at all. 16.
So, in the last shop, the guy mentioned that usually they get a lot of first years, but they don't tend to get as many in later years.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like the school, like the town has in a large part sort of started catering to like kind of the like random impulses of adventurers rather than handy things, because everyone at school can make their own armor, they can, you know, build their own things, they can make their own potions, and while they certainly have some available for sale, primarily it seems like there's a lot of like kind of like, how can we make ourselves interesting to students, and the answer is by making them a little bit weird.
That checks out.
I mean, you live in a college town, so everybody has grab boxes in every shop you go into.
Ugh.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's all
Yeah.
kinds of like impulse buys.
1 gold
Yeah.
coin gotcha pawn type.
Exactly. Like, there's a whole machine. There's whole walls of gotcha machines.
Oh, that's awful. I love that so much.
I love it.
You can buy You could buy a hat for the fox if you wanted. You could like, you know, look for like an apple hat or
That'd be great.
maybe a little top hat. Anyways, but yeah, are you just wanting a standard set, or do you want something weird?
I'm gonna
Would
look
it
at.
cost the same?
They cost a little bit more depending on how good they are.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if there's any shields that are on the weird side that are priced at like 90 gold, or if I might be able to talk to him.
90
down.
gold.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm looking for is gonna be standard at 45, right? For shields, or no, I said shields were 10.
Shields are only 10.
Mine is like at 45.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll see if there's anything specific for a 90 gold shield.
All right. 90 gold shield.
Am I gonna roll something again?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, give me 2 D100s.
2 D100s. Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you 2 options.
Okay, that's
You see if
cool.
either of them speaks to you. And if neither of them speak to you, you can always get the basic one.
I got 82 and 74.
Okay, let's do 82 first. 82. Everyone loves a shopping trip.
It's addicting, actually.
So the first shield that you pick up is actually a shield that has an imbued, like a crest upon it, but it doesn't seem to be one that is set in place. Like it's shifting as you do it. You see that there's a note. It seems like the guy who owns the shop has written notes on most of the equipment so that you know what's what. And this one is you attune to it, and you attune to a certain deity. And if you are near a place that is dedicated to that deity, it will glow.
Keeping that in mind. Keeping that in mind heavily. Okay.
And what's the other one?
It was 82 and 74.
Okay, and then 74. Da-da-da-da. And that one's, it's not 90. 74 is another shield, and on the back side it has this little like this like out part. It basically is a little lunchbox, so it's like whatever you put in it will stay either hot or cold. Just a little lunchbox on your shield.
That's actually adorable.
Neither of those. I'm gonna say the one with the effect of telling you if you're near a shrine, that one's only 15 gold, and the one that has a little lunchbox on it is 12.
Oh, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna grab that that deity sensing or deity worship place sensing shield. I love that.
Yeah. So so when you go home tonight, you can attune it to your Gobera patron god of the sun. And and every time you attune it, you can reset it to a different god if you like.
Oh,
so
neat.
you need a full rest to do so, but you can attune it to a different god.
That's some utility to it. Okay, cool. I'll note that down.
Yeah.
Oh, for
You can tell if somebody's got a fake shrine. Okay. Same thing. Give me a 2d100s.
I can't resist temptation of seeing what are
You can't
me as
resist
a player
charts.
just like is not cannot
Are you kidding me?
resist.
Like Jem asked for random glasses, and I was like, "We're
First one
done.
is
We're
60.
done. It's the coolest item I've ever made." 60, and this is for on the armor, correct?
Studded leather. Yep.
All right. The first set is engraved with dark symbols. They swirl, like they have like magic imbued in them, but don't seem to do any effect. But apparently this belonged to a necromancer, and they've got like ancient magic. So like the magic isn't in it anymore, but it's got like the writing of necromancy spells on it.
Okay. The other thing I rolled was 55. I think the brilliant inside me was like,
Wait, were those like spells or were they kind of like tattoos?
That's yeah, they were on
Bring
Nicholas.
back Nicholas. Bring back Nicholas.
This is actually made out of Nicholas leather. Who would have thought?
yeah.
Dude's dead.
Oh man. Oh my god, that's stupid. Not that one.
Do you need me to re-roll?
No, we're good. Okay, the other one is, you said 55. Some of these don't fit for armor, so that's why I'm like, how do I modify it? Okay, here's a weird one. So this is a set of armor that seems to have belonged to a bard in the past. There is along the chest bone, like along the sternum, there's a series of holes, and when you put your finger over them the same way you would play a pan flute, your voice comes out as if you're playing a pan flute.
Okay, that's cool.
Are you?
Damn
Are we
Basically,
playing up the satyr
it's
with
like-
the pan flute?
It's like do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Damn it.
I call this one through the fire and flames.
So that one is 55 gold as opposed to 45.
if you want, I come up behind you with the shield I just bought. If you want to buy the pan flute armor, I will give you 15 gold to help.
I have the gold. I also
know.
just own a pan flute.
But then you won't have to. You can do both. You can hum, and you can do chords. I mean, you can do chords and pan flutes anyways. Up to you.
Me as a person needs to roll to figure out if Moss is good.
Well, this can stay here. You can come back and get it another day
Oh,
if you're not sure.
Put it on
she's gonna just get regular stud mother. She's gonna behave.
Anything for Lark or Celeste?
Oh no, I'm probably finding somewhere to sit down and read and eat my first waffles.
Yeah, you're doing homework in the corner. Celeste?
Can I resell back my old leather? Okay.
You can sell it back at half of its buying
Okay.
price.
So it'd only be 5 more gold. Hey, we'll take it. I don't have a use for it.
Are there any inexpensive pieces of clothing?
Oh, so you're
I
looking for like, are you looking for daily wear or fashion wear?
Ooh, fashion with a hint of magic.
Oh,
If
okay,
it's not
yeah.
too expensive.
So yeah, give me 2 D100s and we'll give you 2 options. See if
This-
it
Okay.
speaks to you.
This is the moment that you need to start looking through Dark Souls mage armor sets and be like, yeah, this is the one I want to wear.
2 D100, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. $150.
What? Oh, sorry. So not combined. Sorry, 2 separate ones.
Oh, got it.
How'd you roll 75 twice?
Yeah, I could do. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
So what are the 2 separate numbers? You are muted if you are speaking.
Yeah, no, I was rolling 36 and 95.
36. All right. 36. Looking for things that can be made into clothes. Oh, here's a cool one. So you pick up one outfit, and it's a dress, and it has, during the day, it's a very kind of nice proper dress, and as soon as the sun sets, it like gets like a slit up it, becomes like a little bit lower, like it literally changes between these two based on night and day.
Okay.
They both are just like a black dress, so nothing too kind of outstanding, but yeah, that's the one thing. And then the other one was 99.
95.
95. The other one is, oh, not that. Whew. Man, why are all the 95s about death? Okay, the one that's 95 is it's a nice tasteful dress, or a tasteful whatever dress shirt, whichever you like, tunic. It has a pocket though, and the pocket always has salt in it.
Yes. How much is that?
What a good question. How much do clothes cost? 5 gold?
It depends if it's fancy or not. I feel like
Fancy ones are 15, I think.
This one's
normally.
not too fancy.
Commerce clothes is like silver less than most likely.
Yeah.
How much are common clothes in D&D? Clothes common. It's not going to be very much. So usually they're 5 silver. This is 1 gold
Okay, I will
for
buy
the
this.
salt shirt.
So the pocket with the salt, like if you turn it inside out, but then back to a pocket, it would always have salt.
It always has salt. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say it has whatever your preferred kind of salt is. Like, do you want like sea salt? Do you want like a fine salt? Whichever one you like, it's that permanently, but it's your favorite kind of salt.
Okay, yeah, I will take that.
You can pocket sand people with
It's
that.
like a Himalayan salt. Maybe you could even add to it and make it a shirt of spices.
Oh my god, sewing other pockets on there that have spice pouch of holdings. Oh, actually sounds super cool.
Right? Just little ones. Just little ones. Perfect. All right. So you head over to the keeper, and Ruden says, well, it doesn't say anything, but nods and takes your orders and takes your payments. And then there's a little sign. No, it's not gonna be a sign. From behind the counter, he pulls out this it's like a bowl, but it's very flat. So it just has a little ledge, and on it are a whole bunch of small carved animals, and he offers one to each of you for your purchase and your time. All kinds of different animals. What kind do you guys pick? They're not especially well made. They look like someone who's practicing a new skill, but they're pretty cute.
Are they all woodland creatures?
They are all creatures that live nearby.
I'll take a little fox.
All right. You get a very cute little fox. What does everyone else pick? Lark, you get one too. Your friends seem to have spent enough money to get a horse. You got a horse? Normal
Yep.
horse? You want a unicorn?
Unicorn.
Yes.
My question is
okay.
that.
Cool. Well, I thought you said a horse.
If there's one with wings. Never.
Sadly, no, none with wings.
Yeah, okay,
Not
fine.
today.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
never seen one of those.
Okay, unicorn.
There you go. You take a unicorn.
A raven?
Yep. It's a beautiful
take an
raven with like
owl.
wings spread.
Nice.
Mhm. Then yeah, Moss just gonna do an owl. So
It's a very proper owl, setting up kind of like you would imagine. Sitting on a little log. He gives you another gesture, which is the opposite of the gesture he gave you when you entered, which you imagine is maybe goodbye.
Thank you.
And you're all done.
I say my goodbyes.
Mhm.
Any
We did it.
anywhere else y'all want to go? We could go back or search
Yeah,
around.
I'm out of purse waffles, so
So we stop at the waffle store.
First waffles.
I'm not buying waffles. Why would I buy waffles when there are free waffles at school?
I look at
Yeah.
my sundial watch.
As you guys head back towards the campus, give me a roll for perception.
It's cocked. Go.
17?
15.
Four. 4.
I got a 5, so.
Okay. Lark, you are the only one who notices this, but Moss, you notice that Lark notices. You feel like somebody's watching you. Like you could see this. It feels like a shadow that slips behind corners, and you have this feeling it's not just watching the group; it's watching you, and it's just very off-putting.
Watching Lark.
Nobody seems to notice except Moss, who notices that you keep kind of looking kind of concerned and I imagine looking a little fearful.
Yep.
Seeing as you're afraid your parents are coming.
Yep.
I kind of start scooching Lark so she's in like the middle of all three of us type of situation, like just calmly.
I'm gonna try and like purposefully like walk forward and then
Yeah. I mean, you once Moss starts looking as well, the feeling sort of fades away. Like if someone was following you, maybe they stopped, and you lose the feeling of anyone watching you once you leave the city. So whoever it was, they were in the city.
don't look like they're following to the school. Okay.
Nope.
You good, Lark?
Yeah, just maybe like someone's watching you, but then there's nothing
no,
there.
I saw. Yeah, like I didn't see a person, but like movement as if someone was running away when we looked.
I mean, it's a city. There's always creepy people in cities, right? It's probably just weird people, drunk people, you know?
You sure?
No, but
Yeah.
let's go with that. Yeah. It doesn't feel like they're there anymore. So
No, but still, that's just concerning. Yeah.
I mean, people can't get into the school, so once we get there, then that's fine.
Yep.
Right.
You've heard before that there are wards around the campus itself. So as long as you stay kind of within the school grounds, theoretically, no one should be able to get in without being known.
Mhm.
Okay. I assume it's like you send your kids to nursery and there's like a list of approved people who are allowed to pick them up.
Yeah.
So not just anybody. So like if you're like, I do not let my parents in.
Yeah, exactly. And you
nobody
are not
should be going-
the only student who is doing that, who has like kind of a like don't let my parents. It's a sadly somewhat common occurrence here. Yeah. So you guys head back towards campus. You are no, you don't have to roll anything. This just happens. So it's about let's say, how long were you in town? So you went into town around 4, and you probably stayed it's about dinner time. It's 6:30, somewhere in there. And you're walking back to campus, and you all look kind of to the right, which is where the that shimmery whatever it was in the forest that Aqua was telling you about is. And you know what? Do an initiative check. This isn't for combat. I just want to know who notices this first. Who draws the rest of the party's eye? Not Moss.
Not me.
7.
I got
18.
What'd you get, John?
10.
10.
So 18's highest? Alrighty. Lark, you were the
Lark's
one who
already on
notices
high
this.
alert. She's
Lark, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Honestly. You're walking, you look up over to the side at where it is, and all of a sudden it doesn't seem so ethereal anymore. It seems like it's cracking. Like there's like a like when you've seen I want to say like a windshield crack where it has that crack resistant thing where like it cracks but it doesn't break.
Mhm.
That's what it looks like as you look at it. And it does not seem to be a good thing. Like immediately you're like, that can't be good.
I'm gonna like stop walking and I'm gonna grab like Moss's arm and just that. I mean, I don't know what it was supposed to look like, but I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to look like that.
Yeah, no, no.
It did not look that way when you were walking back. Can you all please roll me a d4?
Oh God.
Like just a d4.
Two.
4. Man,
Got a 4.
a good
Two,
day in
4,
the
2, 2, 4, and
Well,
Char? 2. So 2s and 4s only. Okay. As you watch this crack slide kind of like upwards towards the sky, you can see that this shimmer was like a dome over this part of the world. And as you watch, it cracks and explodes. You all feel a wave of energy surge out from it, and it hits all of you. And then it's gone. Whatever that shield was seems entirely gone.
That was the shield that protects the school?
No, this was whatever was surrounding the expansion of the swamp.
The expansion. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry,
I was
to be
like,
clear.
what? I was like, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
No, the school's shields are, as far as you know, are still up. Whatever this was, it just kind of, it seems
Okay.
like maybe it was finished, or
Yeah.
something worse happened. Yeah, that's all. You see a crack, you feel energy, through your body, and that's it.
I'm gonna look around. Does everyone look okay?
I think Char's
You
like
all look exactly the same way you did before.
Okay.
Char's terrified. He's like looking at that and just is like speechless, like just looking
Yeah.
in the general area.
That is. No, I don't like that.
Okay. We should probably go and
Yeah.
tell somebody about that.
Who are we gonna tell?
I don't know, but the world is literally breaking. We should probably tell a teacher, or
I'm gonna find Aqua.
I mean, I get it if we don't want to go to the headmistress. Okay, that's
Okay,
fine.
thank you.
We have, I mean, there's teachers that we trust.
Okay.
And you're close with the other cute teacher.
The other cute teacher?
Bard one.
Oh, Ryland?
Yeah. See, you're on a first name basis. See?
I think he just like makes everyone call him Ryland at this point. He just forgoes
that
last
hip
names
teacher?
completely. Yeah, that's what he is. Am I wrong though?
He comes to class like barefoot.
He's a cool dude.
Very
Yeah,
cool
you
dude.
guys continue back to campus then. I know, Chart, you were thinking you're gonna go try to find Aqua.
I'm gonna go immediately try to find Aqua.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you might as well go back to the school because you kind of have to take the
Same
path
path.
and then go south.
Yeah.
So you'll walk onto campus and then pretty much break. They'll continue west towards the dorms and you'll go south. So you arrive on campus and there is what is the atmosphere? How do I describe this? There are some people freaking out, like running around. People are standing outside of the dorms. People are standing outside of the classrooms looking. You see a fair number of teachers and students. And you can see people just casting cantrips. Like a whole bunch of people casting prestidigitation. Perception
What?
roll.
Yeah. 16. I will take that.
Cool.
11.
22. You should see my roll history. Okay, to be fair, roll 20 never likes me this much, so it's about time.
11.
So you guys notice this to various degrees, but Lark, you notice someone you know. You see, why can't I remember her name? Vera. Vera is standing outside, and she is sobbing, and she is casting a spell, and nothing happens.
Oh shit. Can I try casting something?
Sure.
Fucking hell. Yeah. I have Creator Destroy Water. I can make like a.
Sure. So immediately when you see that Vera can't, for some reason, isn't
I
able to use her power, you just start doing a ball of water.
I'm
comes
imagining
to
she's
you.
probably not the only person that looks like they're trying to cast and isn't.
Yes.
I don't think this takes that much brain power to figure out that.
No, I would say probably about 1 in 4 people are freaking out because their magic isn't working. Yours goes fine. Your spell goes off, feels the same, works the same. doesn't
Okay.
seem to have any issue.
I will turn to like the rest of the group and go, can you cast something? Anything. Just, does your magic work?
I cast I'll cast Mage Hand.
Okay, what do you do with your mage hand? What do you try to do?
I just have it pick up something. I don't fucking know. It
Okay.
picks up
You
a thing
drop
off
some.
the ground.
You drop something on the ground, you drop a coin on the ground and try to pick it up with mage hand. You feel like a surge of terror as you try, but it works.
Bring it to me.
Yep. Celeste?
I'm gonna try casting minor illusion.
Okay. What kind of illusion do you cast?
I'm going to make my hair fire
Ooh.
and have rabbit ears come out of my head.
Okay.
Gotta ground yourself somehow.
I love Celeste. She's like, how can I tell if my magic's real? I know.
Beautiful.
Hot rod
Yeah.
flames, bunnies.
You guys immediately see these bunny ears go whoop, like very long rabbit ears come out of Celeste's head, and she's just like feeling around.
Working.
So yeah, your magic seems fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Char, do you do anything?
No.
Oh, Char's too afraid to find out.
No, I'm afraid to use a spell slot that I might need later.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough.
You don't have
And-
cantrips as a paladin?
No, we're half casters.
Wow.
We're fighters who can cast.
Interesting, interesting.
I have 2 spell slots.
And it's hard to know, like, would lay on hands do anything, right? Like, is that count or not, right? You don't know the rules of whatever
Right.
this is yet.
Right.
Okay. You should definitely go check on Aqua now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys know where to find me if I'm not back by.
I don't know if it's good for you to go alone.
Well, who's coming with me?
I'll come.
Okay.
All right. Y'all don't think you've seen the lake yet? Anyways, this actually might be nice. Yeah. Okay. What are you two gonna
Okay,
do?
Celeste and Char are heading south, and then Moss and Lark, do you want to head to talk to the other students or professors?
Can I just take like, can I just stand there for just like a couple minutes and try and like listen and see what happened? Like, if I'm assuming that with the explosion coincided with people losing their magic, but like we have been gone for a while, maybe it was
2.5 hours.
like, did this just happen or?
Yeah. I can just tell you, people are talking about it pretty openly. It seems like the same thing happened. That wave of energy shot out, and yeah, and it just seems to have affected some people and not others. There doesn't seem to be any logic to it. Like, as far as you can tell, it seems fairly random. It doesn't seem like it's affecting one class or one year or anything like that. Yeah. If there's anyone else you want to look for, you could do that.
I'm gonna go comfort Vera, who's literally sobbing.
Yeah, Vera's terrified.
Hey, hi. Be fine. It'll be fine. Okay.
I can't cast magic.
It's
You're not
probably
the
just
only
a-
one. It'll
Yep.
probably come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did sorry, while we were listening to people talk, did, other than people like feeling this rush, I don't know if there's any place on campus where you would be able to see the thing that cracked and exploded, like,
It seems like
or are
a
people
few
just kind of confused as to what happened?
a lot of people seem to be just confused. You can recognize those 2 people you saw earlier in the calf talking, and they're clearly very concerned, and you get the sense that they know. But a lot of people are blindsided by this. A lot of people haven't had a lot of people don't leave campus at all, and they wouldn't necessarily see it unless they were on the road or it happened to Parnut. So But there are a few people who definitely are like, this is what it is. It's got to be that. What else would it be?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. The coincidence is a little too close.
I'm sure all the teachers are trying to set it all, right now. I'm sure everyone's working really hard, and it's probably just it's a fluke,
What if it's not?
I mean, that's unheard of. There's nothing that can permanently strip your magic. I mean, that's part of you.
Yeah.
I mean, I've read a lot of books, and that.
But not everyone has magic. What if I'm one of them now? What if I have to go back?
Look, I don't think. No, hang on. Yep.
There are other classes that use 0 magic.
Not mine.
I know.
Right. One step at a time. We're just wait and see what the teachers say. I'm sure they'll have, an announcement or, some kind of explanation or a plan going forward.
They have to have a plan.
Yeah.
Give me some persuasion rolls to convince Vera not to freak out.
Who has higher persuasion? I think we're both charismatic.
You're all charismatic.
Yeah, we're all charismatic.
You both
No,
roll, and
that's
if
an
one
8.
rolls bad.
That's an 8. So
Rolled an 8.
Yeah. I'm literally not buying any of this shit that I'm saying.
No, Moss doesn't buy it either. I have a +8 to
Wow.
persuasion, so we hope. Oh yeah, we're fine. That's a 22.
I'm just gonna stop talking and nod along with Moss.
Lark, she can definitely tell that you're lying to make her feel better. Which you get the sense that she would appreciate at another point in time, but she's too freaked out. But Moss does manage to get her to stop crying, but she's clearly still freaked out. She's not. She's not.
The
okay.
goal was to get her to not believe that everything's to just calm down. That's the goal.
Yeah. Well, you've got her to at least stop crying. But she just kind of sits down and kind of just dissociates a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not leaving Vera's side. Not while she's like this. Mm-mm.
Is Anya around anywhere?
Anya, yeah. Let's find out how's Anya's doing. Anya, you notice, is coming out of the dorms, and she looks confused. She doesn't seem to know what's going on yet. But she sees Vera and you guys, and she runs over, and she's like, "What the hell just happened? I feel like I got electrocuted."
Yeah. Seems that some people are having casting difficulties after that.
Casting? What do you mean casting difficulties? What the hell does that mean?
No magic.
All right. What spell would Vera or would Anya test with? She also doesn't have any cantrips. She says something, and then she just takes off running and does this incredible long jump. She lands fine, and she's like, "I think I'm fine. That okay." And then she goes over to Vera, and Vera wraps her in a hug, and they just kind of hug, and it's clear Anya doesn't really know what's happening yet, but she's
Okay. Vera's
yeah.
in safe hands.
Anyone else you're looking for particularly before we go to Char and yeah.
Enris.
Enris seems to be okay. He's
we need him for water breathing, and we care about him. But we need him for water breathing.
Rude.
He seems to be trying to help some of the other third years. It seems like quite a few people have come to him he can do something about this because he's a divine soul. Some people are you can talk to the gods, right? And you can see some of the clerics are getting kind of swarmed the same way. Some people think this is some kind of divine wrath. and the people who have connections to the gods are sort of getting slowly swarmed.
Gotta hide, Lark.
Yeah.
Okay, good. You're good, Endress. That's check off the bucket list. You might want to camp out because you are dealing with a lot of people. Yeah.
Okay.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Good
good luck.
luck.
It's just like I love how we're like, get you to a bunk. Go hide in your room or something. Like
Yeah,
it's
we
just
gotta
like-
get you guys out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's cut to Char and Celeste, who are headed southward towards the lake. You kind of have to go through. There's like this like this wildflower field that you go to. You pass the rock that you and Aqua met at, and yeah, you race down to the lake looking for her.
I'm also as we're running down, as I'm looking for Aqua specifically. I'm also looking to see if the lake looks different, if like the water's rippling any different because there's a tower under there. Who knows if this is related? I'm trying to also see if there's any anomalies here as well. There's a lot of neat stuff in this area, Celeste. But you met Aqua before.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, she was at the ball. She had the the dripping fire face thing, and the. Whew. Okay, we're almost there though.
Cool.
It's a lot prettier when the sun's kind of rising over the water, I will say.
It's still pretty neat.
Yeah, you guys arrive at the lake. Perception check to see if you can find Aqua, if she is here.
I do yell out Lady Aquila as soon as we.
Lady Aquila! You're so dramatic and romantic.
I got 12, so I don't know.
This isn't the number I got, but this is how many times I've gotten it today.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
You, for some reason, feel your eyes drawn towards the lake itself. And as if she is swimming out of the water with the fluid grace of someone who clearly has been swimming her whole life, Aqua climbs out of the water. And as she does, the wetness immediately slicks off of her skin. So you see, like, she climbs out, and then she, like, kind of like runs her hand through her hair, and when she lets it go, it's dry.
Jealous.
Cool.
Ian's like, I got long fucking hair. You know how hard that is? It just keeps going.
How is it not so tangled?
It's always damp.
She sees you and she runs towards you both. And she says, Celeste, did you feel that?
Yes.
What Celeste said. We saw it, actually, I think.
Are you okay? And she like reaches out and puts both hands on Char's bicep.
I am just worried immensely about the world, I guess, as I feel like I would be. Is everything okay?
I was doing some more looking to see if I could find out what was happening there, because it seems like it was bad, and I saw these people talking. It was one of the teachers and a whole bunch of students, and they were talking about how somebody had done something to somebody cast magic to make the swamp come here, and then someone changed it.
They modified it? Like they
Yeah. Like a curse or something. Like punishment for trying to change things.
Whoa.
Do you have any? I look over at you, Celeste. Do you know of anything that would do that? Like, That sounds dietic to me.
You can do a history check if you want. Or Arcana.
Okay. I'll do history.
Yeah.
Oh, my rolls. No, that was not worth it. It was a 7.
I got an 8.
No, got nothing.
Not worth it. Okay, yeah, do you know anything about it? I'm thinking there's anything that you would know with a 7. I mean, that's definitely possible. Like, you've
Yeah.
heard of people doing that. Actually, one thing you know, I'm gonna give you get a bonus on this because you grew up in the Fey wilds. This was a pretty common practice during the war that that human wizards and stuff would try to do things with magic, and that the Fae, rather than like straight up destroying it, would like turn it against them. It was like a way that they dealt with superior numbers.
Right.
So you know that. You don't know anything about how it happened or if this is a way that would work. It's all kind of ethereal in your head, but you know that was like, here's how we fight humans. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so this could possibly be that. Maybe.
Oh.
Which I relay, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I should probably let you know how long ago the war was, because I wrote that recently. The war was 85 years ago, and it lasted for about a decade.
Oh, wow. Okay. I mean,
So
it's
it's a long
not
time ago for you
uncommon.
guys, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
not every race.
I wasn't alive. Well then, is there anything going on with the tower in the lake, Aqua?
There's only one thing I saw. There's 7 levels to the tower, and there's 7 crystals, and only one of them is glowing, but it's flickering. It's like pulsing. I don't know what that means though.
And how many towers are there? There's at least 2.
There's 7 towers, and then the crystal that, yeah, I guess is maybe the one in the north is blinking. It's like a heartbeat.
Okay, I'm worried. I'm worried that that's an indicator of. I'm trying to figure out exactly how they're like laid out in my brain, like how they would be.
Yeah. So if you imagine the school, like the campus is at the center,
Mhm.
they're sort of like randomly around the circle.
Randomly.
Not randomly, but you know.
Like surrounding it?
Yes.
Like
That-
a big transmutation circle. From
You
Full
know
Metal
though that
Alchemist?
the school is pretty new. And these towers are ancient. So it seems like, well, I'll just tell you because I was almost telling you anyway, so I feel like I could give it away. Iskar was built here for a reason. It's not that these towers were built by the school, it's that this place had meaning
Yeah.
in ancient times, and now it is being used. So it's entirely possible someone's using bits of old magic that they don't entirely understand.
That's never a good thing.
Nope. Okay.
Yikes.
What's the lore of how old the school is too? Because I can never remember.
School's not that old. School's only about 20-something years old.
How old do the headmasters look, or how old did they look?
So the is actually history check.
I will history it.
History to find out what you know.
4th
Another
in the
20.
day.
Are you kidding me?
I need to get a dice cam.
Fucking weighted dice over. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, Laura.
That's fine.
Darkmoon dice.
You know that Isolda, who is the wizard professor. She is the Is in Iskar.
Mhm.
She's a very powerful diviner, but you also know that she's pretty young to be that. She is a high elf. But even then, on the range of high elves, she's really young to be in the position she is in.
Mhm.
You could probably, like, if you saw her, you would think she's just a professor. But you know she must be stronger than that. Cardamon, you only saw your first day of classes. No one's seen him since. Like, no one's talked to him at all. He's the car, in his car. Cardamon's human, and he's probably like 45, 50. Again, not very old.
Mm-mm.
So he started this academy when he was 25. How is that? Yeah. So anyways, it's one of those questions people have been wondering about, which is why you know it offhand.
Cool. Cool.
So yeah.
Okay. Brain do think.
Aqua, how much do you know about before the school was here?
I don't really know. It was here when I was born.
Do you know anyone who would know?
My mom, but I can't really contact her. Maybe some people in the town?
You can probably
Or
figure that
maybe
out.
some of the professors who are older?
I'll take those tips. I'll take anything I got.
Somebody who is older and still lived here.
Someone who is older and still lived here.
Yeah, who would have lived here 35 years ago or something when the school was built? You have, actually, I think this came up, I can't remember who asked this question, but somebody at some point told you guys that when the school was built, it seemed like it came up overnight. Like they didn't use labor from the town. It seemed like a lot of it was built with magic.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, so. From Aqua's perspective, it just showed up one day. I mean, you know.
Uh-huh.
Mhm. Okay. So assuming someone was living here beforehand, and so someone in the area might know. Is there any rumors of people living in the woods or like nearby anymore? Because I can't remember if we talked about that when we were doing the lake party.
I don't think so. Although you would know that because of the spells around the school that protect the students, anybody who would live in the nearby areas would have to live like out in the deep forest. Like they would have to be, you know, because like even the roads you guys are traveling on aren't protected by the school, but a lot of the school grounds are.
Right.
And you know where that line is because it's on all of your maps.
True that.
But Aqua seems okay, just obviously very stressed out. And she says, "Did you find a way to go under and look at the tower?"
No.
Oh,
Well, we might have. We were gonna do potions, but they're expensive, and we do not have the means to purchase them. But people have spells. People have magic. So we're gonna try to. Some people don't have magic anymore, from what we've seen.
what do you mean?
They can't cast.
Anything?
Well, I'm okay, and some other people can do their cantrips, but other people, it's like they.
I haven't tried yet.
She says, "Oh, is it me?" And she like pops down onto her heels and she plucks a flower from the earth, and then she waves her hand over it using the druid craft that Moss taught her, and it blooms immediately. And she's, "Okay, it's not me. Can you both still do it?"
I haven't tried yet. I don't want to. I don't know if I'll need it yet. I'm preparing as if I don't. But if I do have the means to cast something and I try and it fizzles, I don't want to fail because of that today.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
You have to hurry. Like I want to show you the tower so that you can help fix it. You have to go back to the back and find out how to do it so you can swim with me.
I will.
Well, hurry, okay? And she like turns back towards the water, the bottom of her dress getting damp.
Be safe. Celeste, you want to go back and...
Sure.
Okay. Slaps cheeks, rubs hands. I'm gonna run.
or at least maybe light jog. All right, let's go. Kind of runs
Skipping
like a
la
Muppet.
la 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 la.
The running animations of two completely different characters.
Beautiful.
Ugh, we're gonna find everybody.
Moss is going to prepare as if we were still now rushed going to go to the lake. So she's going to take the time to ritual cast as comprehend language, since it lasts for an hour and it takes 10 minutes to cast on herself to save the damn spell slots. So she's gonna do that while we wait for our buddies.
Yeah. Do you? Sorry, Lark, you're muted.
Oh, I'm just yelling at a fly that's in my room. Sorry.
Oh, that's not us. Do you guys want to head over and talk to Enris then?
While we're walking, does it look like any of the teachers are affected?
What a great question. Yes.
Yeah, if that's the case, I'm gonna tell Moss I'm gonna quickly go check on Cal, and then but you can come.
You want me to come?
You can.
Sure.
I mean, or if
Moss
you
will
want to
come.
go, I don't know, check on
I'll go.
Ryland if you.
No, I'll come with you.
Nah.
Don't really
Nah.
care, Professor.
It's just my professor. Right, yeah. I'm gonna try and just make sort of like mental notes. I am pretty sure this is random, but just in case, trying to if there's any like link between the people that have been affected.
Yeah, you haven't been able to see anything yet. It's something you could certainly chart over the course of time to see if there is a trend.
Yeah.
But from first appearances, there doesn't seem to be.
Yeah.
You find
Right.
Cal, who is talking to two other professors.
This fly. Sorry. Oh God.
Get out of here!
Sorry. Okay.
He's talking to Layla, who is your professor, your cleric professor, and he is also talking to Arabella Cates, who is the monk professor.
Send him a message. Send him a message.
Oh yeah.
Dear diary, I love you.
I love you. Yeah. We'll
In the
stand back.
background. So
Yeah.
we don't interrupt.
Yeah. We'll stand back and yeah, and I'll just send him a message. What happened?
He hears your voice and looks up, looks around, obviously finds you. And then he excuses himself from the other professors for a moment. He comes up close and he goes to, you can tell he goes to touch your forearm, but he stops himself. And he says in a low voice, "You all right?"
Yeah, no, I still have magic. Moss does too, but there's people panicking. We were
What kind of reason?
the swamp, the not so secret swamp, the dome. We left to go to the city and it looked wavy, and then when we came back it was cracked and then it exploded. And
Wait, you saw it happen?
yeah.
Now he does take hold of your forearm and he pulls you and gestures for Moss to come, and he brings you to the other two professors and says, "Tell them what you told me."
I will give my best.
Yep.
Recount every detail.
Do we have minor illusion? I can't remember if I have minor illusion. If I have minor illusion, I'm illusioning the recreation.
I have thaumaturgy.
Nope, I don't have minor
No.
illusion. Never mind.
Flame, tremors.
Nope.
No. Yeah, no, I'll just have to do my best to,
Describe this.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You can either describe it in your own words, or you can roll for persuasion to see how well you get across what they need to know.
I'll roll.
Sure.
I'll
Sure.
give a bardic dice to Lark separately so that she can roll separate
A
that.
tasty little d6, a little treat.
Oh, that was a d12. Why did I roll that? Oh, that's better.
20.
Persuasion, you say? Did you roll your d6? You don't have to. You can save it.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
What was it?
20 total.
20.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you explain to the cleric, monk, and performance professor what you guys saw when you were out on the roads. You can see Neua, who is already pretty pale, but she further blanches. She almost looks kind of undead. She's just so clearly freaked out by this. The monk professor curses and then goes to storm off and then thanks you both. Thank you both for the information. And then she just storms off like she's on a mission.
Is she going to the headmistress's office?
She's a monk. She's gonna go pick a fight with somebody.
Do both of you still have your magic?
Let's see if Neua does. Cal sort of waves it off and he says, I'm plenty competent without my magic. And Neua does like a very simple, like sacred flame in her hand and says, yes, I seem to be unaffected.
Great. That's good. That's good.
I don't know what I can do. Perhaps I'll find a student, see if a greater restoration might do something for them. Excuse me. And then she...
Oh, you can try, and I told her to try Vera. Because she's freaking out.
Like, someone needs to say something because people are storming the clerics and the divine
you're probably
sorcerers.
You're probably gonna get swarmed, by the way. People are asking anything if it's divine.
Of course, everyone's terrified. I'm sure it won't be long before everyone's sent back to their rooms for the night. If there's anything you need to do, you should do it now.
Thanks for the tip. Drag Lark away. I love making it impossible for them to have moments together. Like, it's not on purpose, but then I realize I did it, and I'm like, I am so sorry, but also this is hilarious.
You guys see Char and Celeste rushing back in their two very different run styles. Knees high, skipping.
Muppet-like.
Yeah, that's them. That's those
What's
two.
it like? What's it like over there?
So, Aqua knows. Aqua felt it, of course. We need to get in that tower.
Yeah, the professor says they're gonna we need to act quickly because they might send us all to our rooms soon for the panic. So let's find someone who can cast water breathing.
I kind of want to yell.
Enris. No, Enris.
Okay.
Because we don't want them to stop us from leaving before they put us in our rooms.
As we're going to find Enris, I say, can they just like teleport us back into our rooms, or do we just get in trouble?
I don't know, but they probably have less casters among themselves anyway, so we'll be more frugal with magic.
That's a good point. Where is Enris?
Yeah, we go find Enris again.
I kind of want to wait and see if the monk professor is gonna punch the headmistress.
I'm gonna follow this one. She seems
I kind of want.
fun.
She seems mad.
I like
Part
her.
of me
I like
really
her.
wants to see that too.
Right?
Yeah, but
how are you guys gonna get to Enris? He's surrounded by people begging him to try some kind of healing magic on them.
Out of the way, people! It's like
Horns down, charge.
Yo, water breathing's up to 10 willing creatures. Holy shit.
Like I fully am just trying to like break up. Like I'm just like, get the fuck out of the way. I don't know what you want that to be, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
if
mean-
anything.
can I cast Taumaturgy on you if you want to do the screaming moss?
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Yo.
have everyone
Yo.
move out of the fucking way.
What are you
That'll
gonna
make
say?
your
Like, are you just telling
voice-
everyone to move? Or are you being like, are you saying something to like trick them into thinking that, like, you know, you have some authority?
No.
Or
No, I'll say give the person give the then be a break. Just like get them to realize that like they're being assholes by
okay, so
bombarding them.
you're trying to appeal to their sense of decency.
Yes.
Yeah. Give me a persuasion.
It's almost as if I'm a bard and I'm meant for this. I rolled a natural 19 on the die and I have a +8, so that will be a 27.
Oh, geez. It certainly clears out some people. There's a few people who are like, okay, yeah, fair enough. But some people are just terrified. There's a few people who just do not seem like they're clutching him, begging him. There's a couple people on their knees. Like, some people are really thinking this is the end of their magic forever. And for some reason, I guess maybe because medicine sometimes works like that, it's if they don't heal it right now, it won't be healable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so anyways, you managed to clear enough that you guys can be seen by Enris, and he kind of pushes towards you guys as well.
Yep.
Thanks. I think I need to go to my room.
Yep, you do. Let's get you over there. Come on.
People are like reaching for his heels as he walks
So
away.
we
and
do
he's
we
like,
have to put him like in the center? Now we have to put him in the center as we all
Okay, so you guys are all protecting Enris?
I'm gonna say before anything to the people who are trying to grab,
Give us a moment. We're gonna fix this.
even if I'm fully
Also,
confident.
Are people swarming Char as a paladin? I can't believe I'm asking.
Somebody, yeah, as soon
We
as
have a
Char's like,
paladin
"Give
and a
him time,"
cleric. Oh
someone's
no.
like, wait, you know how to heal? Maybe you can help. Speak to the gods.
I'm doing what I can. Give us
No,
time.
you have to do it
Give
now.
us time.
It's very hard to convince them. They keep grabbing at you, and
Keep moving.
but it does seem like Char is being a good distraction for Enris to get away.
Yep.
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 We
Snags
sacrificed
Enris.
Char.
We're kidnapping Enris now.
I'm very easy to grab because I'm tiny, but at the same time, very easy to not grab because I'm dexterous.
So water breathing lasts how long?
It lasts
8
24
hours.
hours.
Oh,
24 hours. Okay, so you can get him to his room and get him to cast it. You don't have to have him come with you.
Yeah.
To the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you guys do so successfully. You get him to his room. How much do you tell him about what's going on and why you need help? Why you need water breathing? Or do you just kind of say, we need it, we gotta go?
How liable do you want to be with questioning from an institution? I'm letting you choose how much
Not
you
at
know.
all.
Okay, great. Just cast water breathing on us.
Back in. Okay.
Water breathing?
Ask
Yes.
no questions.
Water
I
breathing.
gave him the option to choose how much he wanted to know.
Okay, well maybe I want to know a little bit more. Where are you? The lake, I guess. Why are you going to the lake?
Enris, the rumor I told you before, it's related.
Shit. Okay. He reaches out and casts water breathing on you all.
Thank you. I'm sorry we had to ask you to do that, but thank you. We are going to rush. If you have anything that you want from the outside world, which considering you're being bombarded, not much, you might want to get it soon because they're going to start sending all of us to our room soon to avoid mass panic.
Well, that's a little late.
Yeah,
But,
it's a little late, but you know.
Yeah, I'll lock my door when you leave.
Take the key to my room, actually, if you want to another place to go.
No offense, Char, but they're also going to be looking for you, aren't they?
Yeah, you're
Huh.
like Celeste and I are the ones who are going to get the least bothered.
Yep.
You know
Way
where
too
I'm
many
at.
holy people in one room.
Too many holies.
Too many holies.
But anyways, he seems confident that when he's in his room, he can protect himself. It's not like he was scared of the people swarming him so much as he didn't have a way to help them, and that's hard, especially when you're a healer, for people to come to you and say they need something that you can't do. You guys head out into the hallway again. You can hear people rushing around, talking, freaking out about what's going on, and you go back to your rooms to drop off your stuff, pick up your equipment? I don't know how many of you fully dressed for whatever you were planning when you went to town.
I dressed as I normally do, but I
Yeah.
drop off my new shield.
Cool. You all head back to your rooms to grab and drop off the things you did. The last thing you guys are going to know that happens, and we're not going to know what it is yet, is Celeste, when you go back to your room, you look in your box, your chest, because you're like, maybe there's something here, right? It's always worth checking. And you pull out the like girliest princessy wand you've ever seen in your life. It's got like a pink rainbow spiral. It's got a big star at the end, and it's got ribbons of all rainbow colors. So when you spin it, it does like the little Mayfair kind of thing. The star part is covered in glitter. Like as soon as you pick it up, you're covered in glitter. Yeah, there's nothing connected to it that tells you what this is or when you should use it. But you have this very girly looking wand now.
Yeah, I pull it out and I'm like, I stare at it for a second. I'm like, like, of course, glitter like goes everywhere, right?
Does Celeste have identify? Is that a thing you can learn?
I'm not sure.
I wonder if like he was just like, no, there's no spell like that, and you're like, I could have found out what these things were without constantly just trying them, because I feel like that's what he likes. He likes to just give you things and be like, try it when you try it.
He's gonna hate Moss identifying all of Celeste's things for her.
I'm also going to say that along with this, because I think this is a fun idea, he sends you like a wand belt to put on. So it's got like a perfect little holster for your wand.
Yeah, I like after the
Horrible.
scream and glitter, like I grab them like,
Yep.
Thanks.
And we will find out when you decide to use it what it does.
Okay. Oh
Or
man.
when Moss casts Identify on it.
Come on, Moss.
We didn't have anyone with utility spells last D&D campaign. I did the work to make sure that we
You're like,
wouldn't
this
have to
time
go
we will
through
have
that.
it. Awesome. So next game we'll start with you guys all running towards the lake to go check out the tower. And that's gonna be the end of our game today. Good job, guys. You did some shopping, you got some cool shit. None of you lost your magic.
That we know
Yay.
of.
So for those who are in the server, more information will be coming about the Iskarian curse. But basically, every day you're going to roll a d4, and if you match the d4 that comes with the weather every day, you do not have access to magic that day.
Oh.
Mhm.
Brutal.
So, seeing as exams and life are coming up, you probably should work on fixing this as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah. Goodness.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
You
Hey.
did it.
Oh my god, the fucking calamity.
It's Calamity Ganon.
It is.
He's a big, massive, gross sludge.
You met a fox.
I
You met a
did.
fox.
I
You
met
made dinner
Fox.
for a fox.
I want a whole episode of just like the forest drama. Like I want to know, like,
do.
tell me more about that horse. Like I want to know. Like
You could go to the stables and find that horse.
I kind of. Oh, I suppose I don't have time right now. but,
Yeah,
like,
it's kind of an
it's
urgent
on
time.
my
Right.
to
We
do
will
list.
later.
It's towards the
We will
bottom,
later.
but it's on there.
Yeah. You could certainly
Later,
ask people
listen.
too who went after the horse and who probably saw the.
I want to
What's
hear
that?
your side of the story because I've heard the fox's side. He
Do
said
wanna
that you
know
were
if
dirty,
the horse thinks it's crazy?
and I'm gonna like stir the pot between them and be like, he said you were dirty.
I will say that this is out of character, so Lark doesn't know this, but there was a wild gray mare who lived up by the edge of the forest where it's now swamplands.
I want it.
I'm just
Fine.
saying it exists. That's all.
Free for the taking.
It's free horse. Free
You
horse.
know what's better than a horse? Free horses.
Free horses. All right. That's the end of this week's episode. So thank you all for joining us. As usual, if you want to check out an episode you missed, we've got them all live now on our YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. You can also check out the server if you want to play with us and engage in the horror that is happening. You can also opt out of it if you don't want to. It's not a thing
Yeah.
we're forcing on anyone. Some people have natural immunity, so if you're one of people who has natural immunity, congratulations. So for some reason you never catch it. So yeah. If you want to follow us on social media, check our link tree. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll see you here next week on Twitch on Wednesday at 6:30 EST. So have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.